dinosaur. The return of the wizard is coming back for more. The return of the wizard, the face behind that door. And he'll walk on the land with wisdom in his hand. And you'll find your heart in league with the wizard.
Welcome to Mind on Equip, episode 323 for the 28th of May 2024. We're doing it live.
You just ignored me.
Yeah, I'm Wemb, and with me as always is Tempest. Hey, Temp.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Wait. Let's hear about it in real life.
Did you answer the question of life? What are we doing here?
I've got a work story I'd like to share.
All right.
Did a job with a newish...
I'm good, by the way.
That's great. Did a job with a newish guy to my work last week. Let's call him Hobo Santa.
Why are you calling him Hobo
If
Santa?
you saw him, you would simply say to me, nailed it, no notes.
Now I've got a very vivid image in my head.
Except he's not jolly and he's not fat. But otherwise, just from here,
Right.
Santa, Hobo.
Yeah. Right.
If Santa never went to a dentist or, cleaned himself.
Sure.
Anyway, He's very old school and annoying, old Hobo Santa.
Sure.
When I meet new people, I like to be polite and friendly, but under no circumstances are you to chat to me. I need to get used to you. Now, anyone thinking that sounds a bit neurodivergent, I'll thank you to keep your diagnoses to yourself. However on the money they may be. I can also hear Princess chuckling, and I will say, you can shut it too, Mizzy.
Sure.
Anyhow, Hobo Santa, as all losers feel compelled to do, had to tell me his life story, tell me how awesome and cool and adaptable he is. So he started by interrupting the guard at the place we were at, who was giving us direction, to loudly say, "We'll work it out, mate." Very bold, considering he was following me.
And you were listening.
Yeah, trying to.
Yeah.
But he just kept interrupting.
So everyone, I can't turn that sound off because it's coming through my computer.
Okay, thanks.
You're
Then he
welcome.
left a twist lock done up on his container.
Oh dear.
And as I lifted the container off and it broke apart, he says to me, "I thought you undid that one." "No, mate. I'm responsible for my trailer. That's why all my handles are intact." Really?
That wasn't me?
Then he got lost going to the next place where I was putting an empty container on him.
Maybe you should have waited for the directions.
No, this was totally another job.
I know.
Then he parked in the wrong place for me to load him. And when I made it work, he said to me, "We'll make it work, brother."
Oh.
Much to some people's disappointment, I always make it work, he says.
Is that right?
Yeah. Then when we left to get on the freeway, where he had to go right back to the depot, and I went left to go to a northern suburb for my next job, minute later or so, I'm bopping along to the radio, and I look in the mirror, and there he is following me behind me.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
So I rang my boss and said to him, "You might want to ring that guy and ask where the fuck he thinks he's going." People suck.
Oh dear. Well, I have had a very lovely day today because I spent the day with Theo.
Oh, little man.
He was lovely, but he did not want to sleep today and so had two 20-minute micro naps.
Nothing wrong with that.
And then was grumpy for the rest of the day.
Something wrong with that.
Hello, Baba. His new thing is sticking his tongue out, so he just has it out all the time.
Nice.
like a puppy, has their dog get their tongue out all the time. Just checking out the world, tasting it all. Wemb and I caught up with the woman who gave me my current job.
Yes.
It's nice. We found a fantastic new cafe, which was also very nice. It's very close to home, and they serve wedges, which for any celiacs out there, we know how rare that is. So that was
They
exciting.
know their gluten-free business.
They do.
And for anyone keeping score, poached eggs and bacon with holidays sauce for me.
No, wedges. Duh. And I got my nails done the weekend, and I went uncharacteristically pink.
Not like you.
Still sparkly, but yes, pink nails.
Indeed.
No work stories. It's been a little bit boring.
All right. No one rude to Fee?
No, someone was.
Sure.
So, she wasn't
But that's
rude.
a given. That's not news anymore.
Okay, so let's say Needy Mum rang 1, 2, 3 times this week.
Sure.
Normally people don't ring us every week, so yeah.
Yep.
Needy Mum 3, everyone else 0.
Okay. All right. Well,
Is there something you'd like to discuss?
Yes. Let's move it into discussions.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Had to quickly get that out. Oh,
So I was thinking. Did you think you were invisible?
no. I'd already picked it up and was going to take a sip when it came back.
Just got to boldly have a sip. You don't. Don't.
I was trying not to be obvious. If you'd kept talking, maybe no one would have noticed. They would have all been
Yeah, it's
focused
not like
on
you're
you.
a quarter of the screen right now. If remix is going to be a thing, and we very much want it to be a thing,
We hope so.
how would it successfully become the way we level characters? I was wondering.
It's a good question.
E.g., would every expansion eventually have a remix version?
Well, you wouldn't want to keep doing Pandaland over and over and over again.
Correct.
Right. I don't know.
And it's so popular, why wouldn't you do everything?
Yeah, I don't know.
Would they all be available like Chromie Time, or would they rotate in and out like Time Walkers?
Ooh. That'd be nice.
So I currently have 3 tunes on the go in remix, and we're not hitting it hard.
No.
We're loving it, but we're there for the journey, not the destination.
No. That's
I would
correct.
say most people are there for the destination. They want to go get to 70.
No, I don't think that's true. I think, though...
People appear to be getting to 70 as quick as possible.
Yes, but because we've got 3... Well, you've got 3 and I've got 2. I think we're going slower than people who've done 1 and then another.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, what I'm saying is we're not focusing on getting threads and getting bronze and buying all our stuff, and we don't have those targets in mind. We're just playing it to... I'm playing it to have fun with you.
Yeah.
It's a mode that you don't often engage in.
No, I don't like questing usually.
And you are enjoying it.
I am.
So...
Because it's like, here, do these 3 quests, move on. I don't get bored. It
Yep.
doesn't. I don't have post-traumatic stress
And
disorder
also-
from that stupid night off zone.
The stuff with the gems and stuff like that is very... It's
Yes.
quick to do.
Yeah.
You ding, you open all your baggies,
Yep.
you chuck out all your old gear.
Yeah.
It's very quick and it's really, really clever.
Mm.
So the issue I see... So as I said, I have 3 tunes on the go. 2 Alliance, 1 Horde. The issue I see is you're treading the same ground over and over. The way I see it, what we're doing now is story mode.
Yes, but as we've talked about, you don't have to... You can do more in one zone. So you can just do the minimum in one, like we've been doing now, because we spent so long in Jade Forest.
Yep.
So you could just do the minimum in Jade Forest and then go and spend a lot of time in a different zone. So
Yep.
you don't have to have it.
Well, I was
be
thinking
so
about all those
repetitive.
options, and I was thinking the other model we've seen that you could also do would be to choose adventure mode and level through world quest versions of what we're doing now, which is, let's face it, world quests are essentially the best quests that you just do over and over, that you can just redo,
Oh, yeah, maybe.
right? So perhaps the whole expansion in that mode would scale to your level. You could pick the quests you want to do, and maybe what is available would rotate. So you'd look at all the different world quests,
Jump in and
like
do
you do
world
now
quests.
when you do
Yeah,
world
yeah.
quests. You go,
Yeah.
where's the reward I'm looking for? I need gear. I want badges. I want whatever.
I want bullion.
So, and maybe the scenarios, dungeons, and LFR would be unlocked from the go.
We haven't done a single dungeon either, so
No.
that would be also... It would change it up.
Yep, and we can do LFR too, because the first one's opened up to us already.
We haven't done that either.
So, perhaps when all this calms down, the supercharged powers would be enough for leveling everywhere. I don't know. You're not always going to be leveling multiple alts as well, I will acknowledge, at once. So I'm just curious as to whether there's an evergreen plan for the remix concept. And
I think I think for them to have gone to the trouble that they've gone to, I think there must be a plan. I think they're trialling it
Very
for
much
whatever
so.
their plan is. This is a small sample of of what they're trialling.
Yep.
And I guess we just have to be patient and look forward to whatever comes next, because I think it will be, it'll be fun.
I think they've ticked off, try something, come up with something crazy that's different that people can jump in and try. What are we going to do at the end of the expansion that's different and can take up everyone's time in this typical time when there will be nothing going on?
Yes.
Think of all the times we've got to the end of an expansion and been bored shitless, and now there's like too much stuff. You've got Season 4's kicked off and Remix,
Yep.
and some people are still raiding. We're still raiding.
Yeah, we're still ready.
Mythic Plus, as I say, for Season 4. So that's really cool. And also, I think they've hit on a good way for people to level. And whether it becomes Time Walkers or whether it becomes the way we level or both, we'll
Who knows?
find out.
Yeah.
But I think we're like their sample
Possibly.
for their marketing.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
So really cool. And I've got some other ideas for evergreen features and the way they should do stuff that I'm going to share in coming episodes.
I'm sure Ian will be listening closely. I forgot to
Absolutely.
mention in my week, we got a new light. So if you don't think it's bright enough, let us know.
I think it's lovely.
Well, you might.
We used to have
You're-
two.
We did.
Now we've got
You're
one
brighter
big
than
one.
I am, I think.
Maybe it's pointed more at me.
Maybe. Anyway,
Will we move into the news?
I think we should.
All right, let's do that. Just a couple of snappy things that caught my
I
eye.
was just going to say you need to keep it snappy.
Sorry.
No, I just meant as we're moving into the news. Yes, let's keep it snappy.
Not something we'll be doing, but not something that I hate or am against. But Cataclysm Classic is now live. And I've seen people like go, oh, Cataclysm. But I think the anger at Cataclysm was that it changed the world.
Oh, do you think?
And people were maybe not ready for it. I don't think it was a bad expansion.
Oh, no.
It was probably the worst raid expansion, just about. The raids weren't.
There were some fun raids, but there wasn't a lot of raids.
But I think the questing was really good. Underwater Zone was a bit of a flop, but oh well.
No.
They tried.
Wait. Oh, sorry. I was thinking of Burning Crusade. Cataclysm.
Cataclysm.
Oh, the underworld. The underwater world, I was so looking forward to it. It was so pretty, but God, I hated it.
Yes,
The arrow would help,
maybe.
because that was the problem. And you're like, well, how far up or down do I need to go?
Possibly.
It was very annoying.
But I think the questing was really good. You've got to remember, and I think
No, I liked it. I liked Cata.
I think when stuff gets re-released, you've got to remember that you're not looking for an expansion that you're currently doing that's got to last you for 2 years anymore. You're just enjoying what there is. You're enjoying the questing. You're enjoying what it has to offer, the story. You're not caught up with some of the extra bits and pieces that sometimes bog you down.
So the problem with Cata, from memory, is that people felt like they were ripped off because it was just the same place. They didn't get a whole new world.
Which I loved.
Yeah. Why would we need a whole new world when we've got such a massive original world anyway? So, no, I liked Cata. Anyway.
I think the concept, well, yeah, and it had a lot of good stuff like flying everywhere from the go. That was fun.
Yeah, it was good.
But anyway, so their blurb says, explore new zones, dungeons and raids, engage in PvP combat, and discover the mysteries of the Dark Moon Fair. Is that when they... No, there was always a Dark Moon Fair.
I don't know.
Anyway, maybe it was when they redid it.
Maybe.
With the launch of Cataclysm Classic, well, that's a bit of a tongue twister. The adventure begins anew. Are you ready to face the challenges that await? No, I'm not, because I'm doing other stuff.
You think, "Oh, I haven't
But
got
good
time."
luck to you
I haven't
if
got
you're
time
into
for
it.
classic, but yes, go have fun. If you're in there, have fun.
So here's a fun one. The devs looked at the gulp frog farming that some players did during the first 3 weeks of WoW Remix.
The ones that did it
Out on
and
the
then
island?
whinged. Let's get it straight.
Why do they whinge?
But there was a whole heap of people who were doing the gulp frog killing that were then whinging. They were whinging about, I don't know, but they were just whinging. And I remember, and someone was on Twitter saying, or Threads, saying, is it worth it? Because all I hear about is people whining and people killing frogs. And I was like, maybe don't follow those people, but also...
Well, if you thought they were whinging before, they were asking you to hold their beer because with hot fixes coming in, well, that came in on May 24th,
yes,
characters with an unreasonably large number of gulp frog kills will see the power of their cloak reduced to an amount that a very engaged player could reasonably achieve.
Suck it!
For everyone that did not take advantage of the frog farming, there are going to be 3 additional quests with large bronze rewards for reaching levels 50, 60 and 70, available from Momentous, the item upgrader at Jade Forest Infinite Bazaar.
Oh, we're going to have to go back there.
And these milestone quests will grant characters an additional 3, 7 and 30,000 bronze, respectively. Level 70 time runners will be able to complete all 3 quests immediately for 40,000 additional bronze when this change takes effect, and characters that killed an unreasonable large number of gulp frogs will not be eligible for these quests.
Oh, that is hilarious. Oh my god, that is really funny.
Just goes to show that devs roll trolls. Also in the remix, trinkets, rings and necklace rewards are now account-wide.
Woohoo!
So a new hotfix came through to the live servers, changing the criteria for unlocking the trinkets, rings and necklace to being account-wide. Players that have earned the achievement already can now purchase the items for 10 bronze on any character.
Nice.
So there you go.
Oh.
Just a couple of things.
Good changes. I like it.
So listen, if you could find the time to like and subscribe on YouTube, that would really help us out, algorithm style. Give us a provisional thumbs up right now while I'm reading this, and I'll remind you later to remove it if we haven't delivered the quality you're looking for. I will.
He does.
That is my guarantee.
It's annoying.
My word is my bond.
I say just let him forget.
Where can people find us on the socials, Temp?
You can follow us on YouTube at Bind on Equip Wow, which you should already know because you've found us.
You're here.
On Twitter at Bind on Equip Wow, on Instagram at Bind on Equip Wow, and Facebook, which doesn't get used, and Facebook at Bind on Equip. But I am on Threads now, and I am
Threads
hosting.
is also at Bind on Equip Wow.
No, I don't.
Yeah, it is.
I don't have access to that, so you never get to
it's
post
just
on
Tempest,
there.
is it?
It's Tempest Tracy Webb.
Look, any minute now I'm going to start putting stuff on there.
Yeah. Interesting that Scott Johnson today announced that he's going to leave Twitter and we can find him on Threads. So
I've already mates with him on Threads.
I'm just saying, everyone's bailing, everyone's going. So you're going to have to swap over. And once he swaps over from Twitter mainly.
I asked him on Threads.
Then we'll get...
Actually, I recommended to him on Threads that he have a look at Remix, and he said he might spin it up. So there you go. He's my friend.
I have had 2 lovely messages on Facebook from Zooey's family thanking us and everyone who contributed for our tribute to Zooey. They plan to play it at his memorial as before they scatter his ashes, and I'm so pleased that we'll be part of that. Conti sent through a message saying how awesome and humble Conti is. Weirdo. Snowy mentioned on Twitter that he was looking forward to hearing us chat about the new tier sets and more importantly how the rogue set looks just like Mama Ra from Thundercats. And I kept thinking to myself, I'd love to be able to help you out, Snowy, but I have no idea what you're talking about and I really don't care about tier sets, so sorry about that.
Wow. Sace on YouTube said he played all of Wrath and Time Walking for years, mostly as Alliance, and he has never once gone left in Halls of Lightning.
I've forgotten about that. It's so funny. It's such a weird thing to do. And yet it's quicker.
Yep. Snowy said he got his Shadow Priest to 70 and Pandemonium. Need to remember to try and get a guild invite next time I'm on. At a time you guys might be on.
He has done. Father Snowy is in the guild.
Been done. Ask and you shall receive.
Yes.
Brat said telling people they're dickheads is being kind. You're letting them know. Also, he has no clue who would lead you right in Halls of Lightning. You would.
I think
I've never been in a group with you and Heard you say anything about going left,
I'm
sir?
sure that he probably was the one who let us right initially.
And we've got a couple new subscribers on YouTube. Welcome, Squish.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
New subscribers are good. Don't forget, don't just like it, don't just subscribe. Make sure you comment for traction. Thank you. Thanks for all of your likes and follows. We
The
really
trash.
appreciate them.
All right, let's take it in game. Raid progress, Tempy?
This week we did a full clear on normal of the Awakened Avarice, and then last night we cleaned up 5 of the bosses on Heroic. So
It was good fun.
It was very good fun. It started to get a bit tricky after the 5th one, but it was a really good night of raiding and lots of upgrades, although as I start to talk about my gear, I will talk about the fact that there are virtually no cloth drops in these raids. And last night, 2 cloth drops happened
Well, there you go.
out of 5 bosses.
No doubt you're delighted.
They were both belts, so that was very annoying. I'm still trying to find some boots that I can level that are higher than champion, because I can't buy them for bullion, and I can't get a drop out of a freaking raid.
It's outrageous.
It is. I've got a crafted 502s on, but
And I was back on my boomkin, so we had 2 functional tanks.
nice.
It was good to be back DPSing.
What level is your gear now on your
I think I'm
boot?
504.
You're 505.
Am I?
Yeah.
Okay.
The good thing about doing 5 heroic bosses meant that was 50 worm crests. So that meant a few upgrades. So we're up to 505 now.
Very
That's
nice.
nice. Yes. And Wemb reached the same point I did last week, and that was he'd maxed out his number of Drake crests that he could have.
Yeah,
It's
first time ever,
very
I think.
sad. Yeah, it's the first time.
Frustrating.
But once it happens, there's only a little tiny gap. So you like get 3 or 4, and that's it. It's done. It's very annoying.
And we were in Aberystwyth, so the weekly was...
The researchers,
Yes.
the Farak assault shipment.
I think we only did them on our mains this
time of-
week.
yeah,
It was a
we
rough
did.
one.
Well, we were busy trying
We're
to
in
do
the-
Pandemonium.
In the
But
remix.
it was an easy one to complete, though. We managed to do it all within a half-hour period, which was really nice.
Yep.
So that was good.
And with Mythic's Nom was back, so he was tanking.
Yes, and we did Ruby Life pools twice. The first
We
time,
did it on repeat.
we didn't do very well at all. But
And we were going well, but then once we got up the top, it fell apart a bit.
yes,
We got through the bottom on the first boss really quickly.
yes.
We're actually struggling to come to grips with Season 4 Mythic, which I don't really understand.
I don't think so, but they are hard. They're obviously really hard. It's the same as a 12, which is what we were at last time, and we're certainly not
guess.
geared at the same level. Anyway, I don't think that we are struggling. I think we're doing okay, but the second time we did Ruby Life Pools, it was much better, and we only missed the timer by 38 seconds, and that was during the boss. So we actually got a score, which was nice. So we're on our way.
Indeed.
And it means there'll be a 509 in the vault, which is nice. So we've actually got, because we did 5 heroic bosses, we've got 2 506s, 1 509 from our mythics. And because we cleared normal, there's also a 493 or something in there. So, so lots to choose from. Maybe there'll be boots.
Maybe.
Well, they'll just be champion if they're 493s. Maybe they'll be big. That'll be
Indeed.
nice.
Leveling plans for your other alts?
My only leveling plan is to get my Ally Pandemonium tune and my Horde Panda tune up to 70 before the time disappears. And I know it sounds crazy, but every time I log in and I see the
88 days,
85 days
87
left, I'm
days.
like, I'm running out of time.
Under 3 months.
So it does stress me out that countdown is there. So I don't know if that's intentional, but
funny.
it makes me go, I've got to get in there.
So my thought is, guys, anything you might think you might want to level in the future, roll it as a remix tune, and you're already at level 10.
Well, yeah.
And then at the end, it gets converted to a normal tune.
Yes.
So even if you didn't touch it, you've now got the first 10 levels done.
Well, yeah, but who wouldn't touch it? It's so much fun.
It is fun, but I mean...
The gems
even
make it really
ones-
interesting because you can actually... Okay, so one of the things that you can do is your cogwheel gem is its movement enhancing abilities from all of the other classes.
Yeah.
So I am a rogue,
Shadow
but I
step.
can also blink, or
Yeah.
just it's fun. It's got fun things like
It's a
that.
cool
It's like
idea.
when I'm on my rogue, I always go, oh, I miss blink when I'm on my rogue, and then I'll always go, I miss vanish when I'm on my,
You know what's funny?
So that's
I
fun.
was so close to predicting a similar thing.
Mm.
When everyone was up in arms about borrowed power. My thought was they should try an expansion where you got scrolls. Remember when you used to have scrolls
Oh my
for
God, the
everything?
scrolls, I love
and now there are scrolls for buffs in this. But I was thinking like special powers and special attacks, stuff like that. It will be a way of borrowed power that isn't always there clogging everything down. You could have scrolls which were finite and just use them. But so we've got a very similar thing. But
And
what
it's
I'm
fun.
saying
It makes
is,
it fun.
what I'm saying about rolling the tunes is, if you think to yourself, maybe in War Within I might like a dwarf hunter, and you haven't got one. If you roll one now in Remix, even if you know you're not going to touch it, at the end of Remix, when the new expansion comes out, you've got a level 10 already.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
I just think get in there and have a go at it because it's really a lot of fun and you level very quickly.
Absolutely. I think we might be done.
What already? What's our time check?
27 and a half.
Ooh,
A
snappy.
nice
Snack
crisp one.
fast. We didn't have any elite players. We haven't been stumbling
No.
across anyone who made us
No fools.
so cranky that we had to name them.
Not really, no.
No.
All right, we've come to the end of another Bind on Equip episode. Now's the time to unlike if you've changed your mind. If we haven't
That's right.
delivered, just click it.
Put a comment.
Yeah.
Feel free.
Maybe
Not
if-
nasty, but you know,
Maybe
like,
if you really didn't like it,
not
click,
for me, and not for me.
click it twice. If you know, you know. Otherwise, if you did like it, smash that like.
Yes, and don't forget comment.
Indeed. All right, thanks for hanging out with us. Until next time, I'm Wembley.
I'm Tempest.
Half hour.
See ya.